But we
So
definitely seen worse. So my bad. Go ahead.
no, you good, you good. No, I feel like that needs to be said. So moving on to the NBA, man, we got to start off with Ja Morant's future. I didn't have a specific question. I didn't want to dive into the details. I think by now we all know what's been going on with him.
Yeah.
I think what's the plan moving forward for him based on the situation in Indiana, the situation with his father, his teammates, with Shannon Sharp, the comments he makes constantly on Twitter and things of that nature, and now this situation on Instagram. Like, what does his future look like in the NBA? Being one of the future faces, I think him and Luca, you can go either way. Giannis, those guys from that pack. What does his future look like moving forward? Ike, go ahead. What do you
From
think?
whose perspective, I guess, his or the
I'm
Grizzlies?
well. I think you got to kind of look at. I think we got to look at it from the Grizzlies' perspective because, as we know, these teams they have all the power. Not as much in the NBA as in the NFL, but I think once you kind of get that mark on you that nobody really wants to touch you, it's gonna be hard to get another bag.
I mean, from the Grizzlies' perspective, I mean, he's already been set down for 50 games.
Right.
You assess where he is, how he acts. I mean, yeah, I don't think he has any like contract or anything coming up, but you got to put something on him to say, hey, if this happens, you're gonna lose something of value, whether it
Because I
be
think he's still on his rookie
money,
deal.
job. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So like, you've got to give him some kind of motivation to say, hey, you can lose this. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're not invincible. That it's possible for you. I wouldn't say out of league because I mean somebody's gonna take a chance on him,
Oh yeah, he's too
but
talented.
you you got a lot riding on what you're doing right now. And if it's you got to stop hanging out with the people you're hanging out with, or something's got to change, and it's on you to change it. And if you
Yeah.
don't change it, watch everything fall. From his perspective, he's got to have that same mindset. Honestly, like, all right, man, I've been doing this and the third. I've been running around a little reckless. I'm saying some of the homies been tripping, and I've been letting it slide. And no matter what anybody does, if it's in your circle, you did it.
Yep.
Like that's the idea. That's like
That's just how.
he
Yeah.
didn't argue with
Unfortunately.
Shannon Sharp for real. That was Dylan Brooks and his dad. But guess whose name was in there? Morant. So guess who gets tied to it? Ja.
Yep.
Bro, you gotta know who's around you, and you can't control everybody that's around you. But if you can't control them enough to where it's playing with your money in your bag, they gotta go. Like I don't let nobody in my circle who gonna mess up my money, and that's gotta be the mind frame going forward. It's gotta be basketball, and I mean I don't know. I haven't seen if he's lost any endorsements yet, but if
I
he
think the only
hasn't,
one he got right now is Nike. His shoe. His
Yeah,
shoe
there
he,
deal.
was
he
Nike
just got that.
and
Yeah.
I thought there was like Gatorade or Powerade or something like that too. But
I don't know.
um,
I have to look
but
into
maybe
that.
that one was just talks that
Mm.
he's probably going to lose if it wasn't a done deal. But you're trying to set your future up, and I mean he's a incredibly influential player. Like think of how many kids you see with like the one dread that's a different color. Like
With
that's
the
power.
ponytail,
That's
with the back
yeah. That's
down, and yeah,
that's influence. I mean, everybody in 2K has the Ja
that
Morant
hairstyle. I
hairstyle
had it
right
for a while.
now.
I
Like,
ain't even gonna lie.
uh,
I was scared to call you out.
I had it for a while. I ain't gonna lie.
so, bro, you gotta be like, all right, man. I need this money, and I can't let y'all mess this up for me. Somebody's got to go. Somebody got to get out of the circle. Either you got to change, or I got to change, and I got to change what's around me. But change gonna come. Quote Sam Cooke.
Look, man. Look, hey, pay him to stay away. Almost like not to be like kind of mean and then be like, hey, look, man, I'm gonna take care of y'all, but we can kick it. We can kick it after the season. We can go chill out in the off season. Like, but for these 82 games from September to June, like I need to be locked in. The summer we can have our fun. You know what I mean? For the most part, not reckless, within reason. But you got too much money to be getting caught up in these situations and to be making the decisions that you're making. Like I look at the Instagram thing myself as, and I heard Shaq say this. He said, "You gotta you got to grab your phone. You got to push. You got to turn it on. You got to push
Oh,
the
it's deliberate.
icon.
It's
You
deliberate.
gotta hit live. You got to. They ask you, are you sure you want to go live? You got to hit yes to that, and then you have to do this. So to me, I don't. You can't say, "Oh man, well, it's just trouble." Da, 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 the people around him, like that's just bad decision making. You made a conscious decision to do this, um, and I just think, like, I agree again, like he maybe like he said, he needs some help. Um, so owning it is the first thing. He didn't blame nobody. He didn't shy away from it. He said, "Hey, look, I did this. It's on me, and I got to figure out how to be better." So I do respect that part of it. Justin, what you think, man?
Well, not to really repeat a whole lot, but I guess I'll say it this way. From a team's perspective, and this is just my mindset. People may say I'm wrong for this. I'll give you an opportunity to get it together, but I ain't paying nobody no money. I gotta have babysit. I ain't get if I gotta have somebody babysit you, you you don't even deserve to play for my team. So I honestly, as crazy as it may sound, I would trade him before it even like if I didn't feel like he was changing, I would trade him. I don't care if it's Ja, Kevin, I don't care who it is. Like because I don't think it's worth it from an organizational standpoint to have to worry about this dude's gonna mess up and then what? Then what do we got to show for it? So
Yep.
it just ain't worth that headache. And then two, if I'm him, let's just be real. Let's call it what it is. You better reevaluate your circle. You ain't got nobody in your circle to tell you messing up. Like, I no offense, I don't, we don't know him personally, but what kind of pops do you got? You think I'm gonna sit up here and let my son be doing this dumb stuff and continue to do it? Like, it ain't one or two things, bruh. Like, nah, man. Like, what your
And we live
father?
next door to each other. They
Yeah,
got
like,
mansions right next door to each other. Come on, man.
and the thing is this, it's like, no offense, but your pop's trying to be famous too. Like, get your lame self off the TV and stuff. Be this dude father, because right now he needs somebody who's gonna step up and be his father, because he gonna mess it up for himself, and I hate to see that for anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care nothing about no Ja Morant daddy, but I ain't heard as much about his daddy as I have about him half the time, which is
And
crazy.
yeah. And
You
with
know?
that being said, one minute, hold on, my bad, Justin. One more thing that Shaq said too. He said you got to think about the higher power. You got to think about your kids. You got to think
Yeah,
about your parents. You got to think about the people that whose lives you're affecting with this
yeah.
stuff too, not just your own. But go ahead.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I ain't trying to disrespect him, his family, whoever, from that standpoint. But obviously, something ain't right in your corner,
Something ain't
because
going right.
all this stuff that's happening, like you said, that was intentional. That video was in. Somebody should have been there already to be like, bro. No, that's not a smart move.
Mm-mm.
And I
And
even said, oh, go ahead, Ike.
I was gonna say if you're that type of drunk, you gotta have somebody in your circle. Like, nah, bro, let me get that phone.
Yeah,
Like
like
you big tripping, bro.
yeah,
Like, nah,
like
we can't go that route.
so you ain't got the right people around you, which worries me. I'll be honest, which worries me. And then
Mm-hmm.
two, I ain't saying it because I ain't in that life. I ain't trying to be in that life, and I don't want no parts of that life. But we didn't see it because of social media. Memphis ain't a place to play thug,
Mm-mm.
gangster, tough
Nah,
guy. So
for
you
real.
might want to be careful about that because somebody might check you. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it that way, but we gotta talk straight. Like, we didn't see it. Like, y'all know I ain't even into half the music, any of that stuff. But what was it, Young Dolph or somebody? Somebody from that city
Yeah,
got killed
it was
in that
Dolph.
city. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't from there, bruh. What you really think they wouldn't challenge you? Like, come on, man, be smart about what you're doing and how you representing yourself, because, man, this is a crazy world we're living in too. You know what I mean? Like, don't even
Absolutely.
make yourself a target.
Yeah.
So like, I just think I think he needs somebody to mentor him. He needs to find a mentor, somebody can help him navigate stuff. And I get it, man. People always try to use excuses. Oh, man, he just needs this, that. Look, whatever it may be, it is what it is. But I think at the end of the day, he's putting himself in a real bad position to cost himself a lot of money.
Yeah.
Man,
And
you
and
know,
from the team aspect, like the Grizzlies, like I think Jamal Crawford said, he was like, they need some vets. Where the
mm-hmm.
vets
Yeah,
at?
yeah, yeah, yeah. They ain't
That's
got
that,
they ain't got
that
that.
can be there and see, like, hey, look, this guy's kind of going the wrong way. Somebody who could pull him to the side and be like, hey, bro, like, look, I know you young and you having your fun, but you gotta conduct things this way. You gotta go about your business a certain way.
What they say,
You
you got to
know,
have a pro. You got
you
to
gotta
have
have
a pro there.
somebody to teach you how to be a pro.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, yeah, man.
I
All right,
hate
well,
that though, man. I get
man,
so
it
tired
sucks
of
too
seeing,
because he's so talented and
man.
he's one of us. Like
Yeah, I'll be real. I hate seeing so many of us have to go through this. You
in
know
the
what I mean?
headlines. Yep.
In the headlines for the wrong reasons, bro. And I ain't saying it because I ain't saying I think he a bad dude. His people are bad, like nothing like that. It's just right
Yeah,
now
we
the
don't know him
decisions
well
being
enough.
made. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know the man personally. I'm just saying right now the way he's being portrayed. I hate that for him, but I hate it for us as a culture too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like when things like that happen for us, it gets, man, it gets blown up.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
get
It get
They,
magnified.
they,
magnified.
they look to magnify that in a major way, and I hate that.
Yeah.
I just want passion, love attraction, and love action. I just like passion. Say I'm passing, ready for the madness. They can catch me. I just want passion, love attraction, and love action. Phone charge on its last light. Same clothes I'm from last night. Still lit like it's last night. Young living in the fast life. Young. Smoke cloud from the ash pipe. Catch air from the half pipe. I need to send a phone from the shows with the mansion. Chandelier dancing. Counting a Branson. Yeah. Been had hella francs, man, it's ballpark figures. Might be in the field, but I came from the trenches. You can tell it's my time, you can better squint. I do like the charm on my wrist, let me stitch. Want me pay the way, I'm the wave, I'm authentic. Sitting courtside, got a sprain, nigga. I bring the gang for the gang. Nothing but a thing when I sang. Young Usain, I sprint it. Getting fresh prints. Counting a blessing on blessing on blessing. They call me the reverend, y'all nigga play too much.